wonderful photographer joining us, and soon to be author of a book that's coming out hopefully by December, so that we can get it out right in time for the holidays. Jonathon Harrington joining us. Great to have you here on the show. Wonderful concept behind this book, which kind of evolved as you started taking pictures into what was now going to be a book coming out. The book is called I.
That's correct.
What is this book about?
It's all a yoga-inspired book, and it's basically just models going through different yoga poses, and yeah, it evolved from just being in the studio just for a personal project, and then it evolved into after a model told me that her mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. I thought I could do something better for not just myself, but for the rest of the community.
So this is also becoming a fundraiser in itself as well.
That's correct. Yeah.
What are you looking to do then?
With the part of the proceeds from the book, I'll be donating back to the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation.
What I thought was interesting is that, it's really going to be this beautiful kind of coffee table book, plenty of photographs. How many are you going through? What was the number of models and images that you went through?
In total, there was 57 different models, over 15,000 images, and over 300 different poses, and it was dwindled down to 122 images in the book.
How difficult was that to take that many images to decide on the ones you wanted to choose?
It was very difficult, actually. It was a better part of 6 months, and I asked not just myself, but other professionals, neighbors, friends, to look at the images and see what they thought,
The images are going to be, you're going to start to see them right now, because we should mention that they're yoga poses, but the models aren't clothed.
That's correct.
Okay, so that's got to be a little challenging, coming up with ways of doing this in the best possible.
Yeah, it was a little challenging. Some people are a little bit more open, so there was more exposure on other images. These are more safe for TV.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. It was difficult, but it was funny. In the studio, there was a lot of laughter and chatting, and sometimes it became like a therapy type session almost, both for myself and I guess the models. And that's how I found out about one of the models with the breast cancer with her mom.
Did you find that you could see what they were going to be more comfortable doing, or you knew what body types would fit certain poses, and that it would reflect well in terms of the photographs and into a book like this?
Yeah, we took into account what their careers were. So some of them, they wanted to do the project, but they didn't want to have their face showing just because of their careers. So things like that. It's definitely when you look at their bodies, some of them, they said only shoot me basically waist up. Other ones were, hey, show my legs, but not my upper body. So it was always working with them where we had a series of poses to go through at the beginning of the shoot, and they got to choose which ones they wanted to do, and depending on their capabilities, that's how we decided.
Well, it's amazing just how well placed everything is in these photographs. It's amazing to see. And you weren't really passionate about yoga when you started this whole thing, were you?
No, I was. I will say I was a little bit ignorant to yoga. I thought it was about chanting in a room. I had a roommate that asked me to go to yoga one time, and it was hot power yoga, and all I could see around the room was lines and shapes. And being a photographer, that was, a dream. And, just that was the inspiration to start off with this book.
So no workout aspect. You saw lines and shapes and ways to be able, and light, and that became a picture for you.
Yeah, pretty much. You're in a room that's about 35 degrees. You're hot, and, it's just looking around and you see all these beautiful shapes.
Kickstart has been in on, you're looking for a little bit more help so that you can get this off and have advanced things ready to go, so that when the book comes out, you're good to be able to sell and to donate.
Yeah, it's Kickstarter.com. You can also go to iconimaging.ca to go to the blog and get the link to donate. The money from Kickstarter is going to help fund that project, so that way I can donate more to Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation.
So from the purchase of this book, which I think is going to be just stunning with that many images in it, you'll be able to see it come out. So around December is when we're expecting to see it hit the shelves. Yeah. Congratulations. I thought the images were really quite spectacular. They look great. The book, once again, called Just I.